That's you. Dear God, thank you for all of these students and keeping them safe. Bless our semester and make our work come to full fruition. Yep. I pray we would work together well and get along with other campuses. Amen.
And everybody keep standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alright.
And if you would like to go ahead and start roll call.
Caleb Blunt, representative number 1.
Aslan Austin, representative number 5.
Michael Thornell, representative 4.
Izzy, representative.
Marlene, student.
Jacinda Leadens, SGA advisor.
Christopher Rodriguez, student volunteer coordinator.
Kimberly Thatch, representative 7.
Andre Harris, ambassador.
What's your position?
Oh, Daniel Yerwin, student government vice president.
And I'm Sarah Lynch, the SGA president. Do we have the minutes?
You really need those.
Yeah, because I wasn't here last time and I made them, so there's probably some errors in them. So I need y'all to look them over, especially the people who were here. So that's what that is.
Just give me a second.
This is purple.
This is
Good job.
it's in the desktop.
If it's possible for us to,
You may have to have someone read you the minutes because we only have it via the desktop here. We're still working on this.
can we do the minutes later? Okay.
I had people turn over and look at me like.
You're gonna have to move that motion.
Okay, order. I'd like to entertain a motion to skip suggestions and move on for now until we can get suggestions up, or the, approval of minutes till later until we have them up for everyone to see. Is there a second? Alrighty, so moved. And, okay, so moving on to suggestions, Daniel.
Yes,
Talk to everybody about that.
there's 3 suggestions. First one from a student emailed me, and I'm just gonna read the email.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Daniel, sorry this email is long overdue. Pretty much the library computers are split up into Windows 7, 8, and Mac. I was recommending that the Visual Studio program should be loaded onto some of the Windows 7 or 8 computers, and if not some, or if not at least some. The program Visual Studio is housing. It can house programs such as JavaScript, SQL Server, Visual Basic, C++, C++, to name a few. This studio program with the listed languages are already on computers located at the SGA South in room B1606. I'm not sure if the other campuses have a dedicated area for programming, but it would be helpful if Deerwood did.
Is that the same suggestion that we had last time?
Yeah, but he emailed me specifically what programs because he didn't have time to write it out.
Okay.
So that's one, and then somebody wrote they would like to have fresh fruit, a Subway, or maybe at Student Life, example oranges, apples, and bananas. Currently Subway is not selling apples, and smoothies would also be, they wrote in smoothies as well.
Why we like?
And then somebody else, this grammar's killing me. Could we use the white chalk for the full day?
Which we can't because it will get everywhere. But we are working on fruit for Subway because we sent a list to the dean. But the programming for the computers,
That's an issue to possibly take up with the Library Learning Commons.
Okay.
And so we'll contact Shannon Dew as a start, because I'm imagining that they are talking about the computers in their library learning commons, correct?
Yeah.
So we would have to start, what we would normally do is start with that program manager in that area and then move from there.
Okay.
And so Shannon Dew is the current program manager of the library learning commons.
Does anybody have any other suggestions at this time? Something anybody told you want to bring up? Okay. Moving on to spring dance tickets. The tickets are, you're in trouble. We still have to come. The spring dance tickets are available in physical form at the, yes, they look like that, at the Student Life office. And it's first come, first served, so the sign-up sheet for the tickets no longer exists. As soon as somebody signs for a ticket, we have to give them it to them. So nobody can reserve a ticket or anything like that. And then we also have tickets that we're going to be mailing. Andreana and I will mail out to people via email. And there's 50 of those, also first come, first serve.
And point of information, if I may, the reason why we decided to do it that way, because there are already just a few glitches as far as the number. For instance, if someone reserved a ticket for like ticket number 1, I think they were given, or I think ticket number 27, they were given ticket 1. So it's like we were working from 2 lists. And the only list that you really need to be working from is the list that's at the Student Life desk, that information center right there. So, you know, for instance, Chris, if someone comes to the recruitment table saying that they want a ticket, all that you would need to do to tell them, we have plenty, just stop by Student Life between these hours and someone will be there to issue you a ticket. Okay? And so what also has been done, all of the people that were on the sign-in list, they gave their contact information, so Sarah has already graciously emailed all of those individuals to let them know that they can pick up a ticket. So we're kind of starting over so that we can go 1, 2, 3 in that number order. Because otherwise, when we get there that night, it could be madness if that's not done correctly. Okay?
Thank you. Okay. Any questions about that? Okay. Moving on to new business. Do you want to give the student volunteer coordinator report?
Yes. So I got multiple things on my end. So obviously you guys all know about the event this Saturday on the 28th. We do need all hands, as many hands as possible for that one. It's going to be huge. It's going to be, I just was in a meeting with Anna and the group that was orchestrating that event. They're going to be doing a lot of different things throughout the campus. They're going to have like stations and tables placed throughout, mainly between the academy and the performance theater. And so we need hands to help set that up and put it together. Secondly, I'm in contact with the Jacksonville Arboretum and Gardens. They have an event on April 25th, which is a week right after, the weekend after, or spring dance. It's spring dance on the 17th. It's a Friday. There's that weekend. It's gonna be the weekend after that one that they're having this event. And I wrote up an email and I asked them how much more information can they give me about it so I can start recruiting volunteers for it. And that's that one. And I believe that's, oh, and the magazine drive going on right now. From now until the week before the dance. So we're collecting magazines. Please, illicit magazines. And the magazine drive box is in front of Student Life next to the table. So.
Thank you. And tomorrow at the All Leaders meeting on the 27th, we have a potluck. So if you haven't signed up to bring food, it's an underwater themed. And food doesn't need to be underwater, but it'd be cool if it was. And if you haven't signed the book, no? Okay. Also, Anna's leaving That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, so, and then also tomorrow, Kimberly is gonna do on gender neutral awareness. And then on April 8th, we have Pizza with the College President. It's a good opportunity to get to know her and to let her know about your college experience. And that will be from 12 to 1 p.m. And Jacinda Wiggins can be contacted by email by at the latest Monday of next week. She'll have to turn in those names early in the week. And then we have we're going to Florida College System Student Government Association is meeting for conference in the next 3 weeks, and
I want to say 2. I don't know.
2 weeks,
flying.
you're right.
Yeah.
And the Florida College System has asked us to do a survey, sort of. So, do we have 60 or 100?
Does it say on the packet, or the packets of how many there are?
We have 60 to 100 postcards, and each campus has been asked to pass these out to the students. And it says, how will an increased investment from the legislature impact your college experience? So it's basically asking, if the college system and your college were to receive more money, how would that benefit your college experience here? So I'm gonna put a pool or trip to Europe probably on mine if I can. So so we're gonna be talking about that tomorrow, so everybody's on the same page, and then we'll be doing it all next week. And then I wanted to talk to you all about the legislative issues that we have that are in session right now. There's 5 of them for this year, and only 2 of them have actual bills attached to them. Those are the baccalaureate degrees and textbook affordability. The baccalaureate degrees is they put a hold on 4-year colleges being able to add baccalaureate degrees because they thought that it was in competition with universities to add more. So that's going through session right now. If you want to look it up and follow it, that's House Bill 5101 and Senate Bill 1148. And then textbook affordability is House Bill 355 and Senate Bill 530. And then another issue is increased funding for the Florida College System, which is this, but there aren't any bills attached to it right now. And then also financial aid, which is the one that we proposed, is a federal issue instead of a state issue. And there aren't any bills attached to that right now. And also transportation, making transportation cheaper for college students, but there isn't any bill attached to that right now. So, any questions about this? Yeah.
I do have a point of information. When it comes to that first one that you mentioned, baccalaureate degrees, that is actually a big deal because I didn't realize, I guess, how public that information is now. If you checked out the news, I think I talked to a student today who found out in class, baccalaureate degree competition means that because of either private colleges, not so much universities as you would think, but they want to make sure that students have more than one option when it comes to the baccalaureate programs that they can choose from in the state of Florida. As you all know, FSCJ, being a community transfer to a state college, has one of the most economic options for students. And so the idea is to try to limit the number of students that can take a degree, or pursue a baccalaureate degree here at our college. This is also going to the point of possibly changing our name. Okay, I don't know if any of you have heard about that already. I think one of the names out there right now is Jacksonville College. Yeah. So I mean, it's like one of those things. We would have to change our identity, our branding, and that type of thing, because that would be completely different. I don't know if any of you know the history. We were first known as Florida Junior College, then FCCJ, then FSCJ.
Yes.
You know, and colleges go through these things all the time with name changes, but I want you all to make sure that you really understand what that means, because it always points to money. And so you guys have to kind of think that way when it comes to those Senate bills, because it's about affordability, because if it were me, you know, versus another student, I'm gonna possibly choose the option if I can get a first-rate education at 2 colleges, but one is decidedly more economically sound or, you know, beneficial for me, I'm definitely gonna choose the one that's quote unquote, for lack of a better term, cheaper than the other one. And so this causes a lot of discussion in politics. So that's kind of what you're dealing with, okay? The name change, the baccalaureate degrees, all of that points back to money and what's, you know, yeah.
All right.
So.
And, okay. So, any questions on that before moving on? Okay, and moving to open discussion.
One more thing, will you all be voting on anything in the officers?
No.
Okay.
I think that in the President's Assembly, we might vote on something, but not.
Okay, so nothing dealing with the legislature?
No.
Okay.
Did anybody have anything to talk about in open discussion?
Middle one.
Okay.
What if we do like a drawing? Because as everybody noticed, the tickets have like 2 parts, like split up.
Mhm.
And then we can just, you know, put them in something and we can do like a survival, doing survival.
Yeah.
I thought it would be, you know, a cool way to also promote events, like, you know, how many bands you can win and some prizes.
Yeah, I agree.
Kind of like a raffle.
Yeah.
What kind of things could we, I think it would, proper, or it's supposed to call it a drawing, not a raffle, because technically we're not allowed to have raffles, but, what would we give them? What would we give them?
Like, the same things, just same that usually gives us, students, maybe like Florida State College, you know,
Yeah, that's true.
I like that idea.
The thing about that is anything that we give away in the drawing can't be bought by student fees. So, right? So it wouldn't be able to come out of the budget?
Yes.
So we would have to get it donated.
Well, you all would have to decide, because this is the thing, that would require a vote, because we've already set a budget for the dance, and that current budget does not include drawings. Okay, so you would have to, the proposed budget that I talked with the committee at first about is $2,500. So if you want to change that, that would really need to go to a vote. If you wanted to increase, we cannot charge, the thing is, we cannot charge students. That's why we can't ask students to pay for tickets, because we cannot charge students with an event that we pay student activities fees for. That's the deal.
What if we go to Latitude 30 and ask them to donate like 2 tickets for a comedy show? Because you know how they're always giving away tickets for a comedy show.
So that's a great idea. It would just, you know, you all kind of just hitting the streets and asking for donations. Keep in mind that most vendors, you know, they need at least a month's time. So that means that you all would really have to hit the streets this weekend about donations. Some of you already got a lot of things going on. I'm just letting you know. That would be the best thing to do in order to guarantee some donations. You can even ask things like the bookstore to donate, because oftentimes, I know with the last time with Spring Fling, she actually was willing to give me some things, okay? So just use local vendors and ask them. If they need a letter, okay, let's talk about that, because then we would just have to draft a letter about that. Okay.
Mickey?
So I'm just curious, have we gone over the topic of possibly having a, almost like a charity for the dance? Because I know that we can't charge people, but it could be out of the goodness of their heart, to have a charity at the dance itself.
Well, that's what we're gonna do.
Not to, if I'm understanding your question correctly, rephrase it. A charity to benefit the school or to benefit another organization?
I'm just talking about a charity in general, if the topic has been raised for it.
Yeah,
It's
go
to
ahead.
benefit recredit.
Okay,
And
that's right.
so what we're doing is asking people to bring little t-shirts. We're donating $50, right? Which we decided on last meeting. Were you there?
No, I was at student cabinet.
Okay, so the officers voted on donating $50 out of the SGA budget to Recredit on that day, and then we were trying to get Recredit to come out and talk to people at the dance and tell them what they do and why they do it, but I don't know if that's gonna happen or not.
We're still working on that, so I wouldn't close the book on that yet. We're just still in conversation with, for whatever reason, they're hard to it's been hard for them to make a decision, I guess, on whether or not they have staffing to do it. So I'm thinking
When you advertise the dance, definitely say that it's for Recredit and that we want people to bring t-shirts.
Okay. Well,
And
then,
I'm making a box right now to
all right,
put
cool.
t-shirts in.
Well, then I wouldn't suggest having another charity on that hand.
Okay. So what do y'all think about going out and asking for donations to be able to have a drawing?
We would need to decide on which organizations.
Which
To go to.
organizations, who would go, when they would go?
I like that idea.
You don't need to vote on that. You
No.
just need to vote on the idea of whether, not even, do you all want to do that?
I think it's great.
I think it's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
Especially if you get something from like Latitude to give out, free tickets like that to the county ship. That'd be a great attraction for students to go to the dance even more. Like, hey, possibility of getting Latitude tickets. So,
Free combination.
Turn it off again, John? Oh, never mind.
Okay, anything else for open discussion? All right, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
No one
Motion hasn't been
moved
made.
yet.
Oh, sorry.
I motion.
Did you make the motion?
Oh, I'm sorry, Aslan made a point that was unheard or unidentified, the minutes.
Yeah.
We are.
Experiencing technical difficulties? Will not be able.
Can we move to do the minutes with these minutes at the next meeting?
Yes. that can be.
Is there a motion to?
I motion.
You move?
That's what I meant to say, I'm sorry.
You move to,
Do this week's minutes next week, or after next.
is there a second?
I second motion.
Okay.
You guys are quick on the seconds, though.
The next meeting is gonna be on the,
The 16th?
I have a meeting, I have it for the 23rd of April. Yeah, will be the 23rd of
For the
April.
9th.
So we're gonna be in Tallahassee. So, 23rd,
So we're not having a meeting tonight?
and this is our last meeting before the dance. So, I know. Okay, anything else, for open discussion? Yes.
Just keep in mind when it comes to meetings, well, no, never mind, because there's not a co-advisor. There would need to be an advisor there. I was going to say, though, if the advisor is present, it would then fall upon the next highest officer to run the meeting. But I think the president, the vice president, rep 4, reps 1, 5, 6 will be gone. But if that ever fell again, and I was here, or the advisor was here, then we could at least meet. But, so I just want to make sure you're kind of understanding what's going on there.
So they wouldn't be able to vote on anything?
Not without the, not without the representation needed. But for instance, if you all felt that there was something important to talk about, even if it wasn't a vote like the dance, they could meet. But
Alrighty.
and now keep in mind too, I'm sorry, one more point of information. Just as the e-board does, you can always have, it's not necessarily an online meeting, but basically kind of a meeting by chat or just by email or etc.
But it wouldn't be official without you.
You couldn't vote still, but you could still at least meet. Yeah.
Alrighty.
So, just something to think about if you guys have things to talk about. All right.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
I move the motion.
You move to adjourn.
I move to adjourn, I'm sorry.
There you go. Is there a second?
Second.
Yes.
Okay, we're adjourned at 3:13.
Sarah, quick question, point of
Thank you.
information.